What's cooking, good looking? Welcome to my channel. I am so happy you're here. My name is Evaniel, and this is Movies of the Month for April. Yes, yippee, woo! It has been a long month so far with school wrapping up and so many other projects that I'm working on. But the good news is, I did it. I made it through my first year of college. I'm a sophomore. Yes. I watched a lot of movies this month, so let's get right into it and start with number one, which is Eyes Without a Face from 1960. So Eyes Without a Face is a French movie about a guy and his daughter, where his daughter has like a scarred and like terrible face, and he is going around kidnapping people and taking their faces to try to fit them on his daughter's face. But the issue is he keeps failing, and the whole movie is about his failures and the morality of it all, and you know, whether or not she's actually going to find a face. So I checked this movie out from my library here at IU, and I was just stunned. Like, it's such a good movie. One of my top horror movie favorites of all time. It's in all black and white, and there's a lot of issues with production. Like, there's literally a scene where you can see the top of somebody's head who's hiding in the corner, which is just obviously one of the crew members. Because it has all of that, it just makes it so lovable, because it not only sticks to the cheesy horror tropes that you get in classic horror movies, but it also has those errors that they made as early filmmakers. And one thing that I really love about classic movies is that you can just tell that even humans as a whole didn't really understand what they were doing yet. They were still trying to figure out how to make movies and the best way to do it. And I just love to see that, because I don't know what I'm doing. And to see somebody else who's so pristine not know what they're doing is just so incredible. And with that, I gave it 4.5 stars, almost 5. It was a little slow at some points, but otherwise just so good. And I suggest anybody that has access to the movie watch it. It's in the Criterion collection, so if you have that, you can watch it there. But Eyes Without a Face, 4.5 stars, wonderful movie. So in April, I watched a lot of classic movies, especially movies from the 50s and 60s. And one genre that I was really getting into is the classic Western scene. And I was watching before there were spaghetti Westerns, so before Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Fistful of Dollars, Clint Eastwood, before that kind of stuff, we had people like Randolph Scott, which was the guy that I watched. I watched a triple feature of his 3 movies he was in, which are Colt 45, Fort Worth, and Tall Man Riding. And I gotta say, they were pretty boring.
Get dirt in that new press and I'll whale the black juice out of you.
I'll put the cover right back on it, Mr. Garvin, just as soon as I finish this special edition.
Well, see that you do.
You can tell that they were going off of a formula, and there's a very specific type of movie that they were going off of, and it was just boring. It was just the same movie 3 times, just with some different moving parts and some different actors. Now, all that to say, Randolph Scott, I can understand is a big name in the Western scene, because he was in 107 films, which is a lot, and I can understand he made an impact, but just personally, I wasn't a big fan of the movies. I was barely watching them because I was just so bored. My favorite of these movies was Tall Man Riding. I just think I had the most solid story, and I was the most engaged in it. But then again, it was just, they were all under 3 stars. It just wasn't, I don't know, that great. But I mean, it was still good enough that I could appreciate them as a film, but not enough to be wow, this is really good, and I'm really enjoying this experience.
Great Godfrey, a woman!
Up next, we have a newer movie. This is Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is from 2019.
Je n'arrive pas à vous faire sourire. C'est comme si j'avais l'impression de le faire et qu'il disparaissait. La colère finit toujours par gagner. Chez vous, c'est certain.
So this is another French movie that I watched, 2 French movies in one. And this movie is about a love story between a painter and a woman who's about to be married, and basically the conflict and drama that gets in between them because of the one being married and the painter and that sort of thing. I had been wanting to see this movie for a while. Like, it's been in my Letterboxd watch list for I don't even know how long, for so long. And finally I got around to watching it, and it didn't hit. Just did not hit for me. Like, I think it's a fine movie, like, especially the story and the plot, but I just found myself pretty bored with it. Like, I wasn't really too excited about it. It wasn't super impactful. But then again, movies impact different people differently, and it could have just not hit me because I just may not connect with it. One big thing that I found that was like a glaring issue in this movie is just the lack of like shot composition. The shots and the cinematography were really bland. Like, there just wasn't a lot to do there, and there wasn't a lot of creativeness that I saw. There was just most of the shots where like the 2 lovers are together are like close-ups or like medium shots, and like I would have preferred to see like a wide shot of them both together, or just anything other than just these close-ups and these blandness of the shots. Now, that being said, there are some shots in this movie that are really good, but I just feel like overall, it was just kind of, these are kind of boring kind of thing. For the story was actually really good. The beginning half of the movie, it kind of drags, which is a little iffy, but once it gets past like the hour, like the last hour of the movie, really good. Like, the story really kicks up, and it just gets to a really, really good point. But overall, I would recommend this movie to watch. Like, it's a good movie. I know specific people can probably enjoy it a lot better than I did. So I would recommend it. It's fine, but I probably won't be rewatching it just because it didn't hit too close to home. Overall, 3.5 stars. Good movie. And last, but certainly not least, is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I know this was the review that everybody's been waiting for, of course, because everybody loves my reviews. If you don't know about Super Mario Bros., I don't know how you haven't, but if you've never heard of them or the movie is about the Super Mario Brothers, who are 2 brothers, Mario and Luigi, and they go on a big journey, and they go to the Mushroom Kingdom and have to stop Bowser, who is the big bad guy, and save the princess from some sort of peril. That's like that for the video games and the movie. And I gotta say, the movie turned out really well. I have similar opinions as most people do on this movie. I feel like it's just a really fun movie. I love how wacky and fun this movie can be. Like, you can just watch this and enjoy yourself. I don't even think you need to watch or know about Mario to really enjoy it, because it's just so much fun. Like, the comedy in it is very well put together, and it just looks so great. It's really nice, I think, to take a break from like reality for a while and just jump into this world of Mario and just enjoy this like fun place where you just get to see these crazy stories play out in this crazy world and just have fun for a while. And I really love that. It does have some flaws, like the chemistry between Peach and Mario is really bad. Like, there's just some things that just don't line up. Like, Peach will just say something and then it just not mean anything, or like Mario will say something and Peach will just be like, okay, anyway, and just like talk about something else that had nothing related to what Mario said. I think that's just really funny, but it is a flaw. And same way with how Mario gets like attached and becomes the hero of the world. It's a little weird. It's kind of awkward and it doesn't really explain too much, but I think it's okay and forgiven just because of how fun the movie goes. Like just how crazy and wacky it gets regardless. And I do want to say that it seems like they cut out a lot from this movie. Like it seems like it's missing a lot of parts and they just took it out and made it shorter for some reason. Because I think this movie could have done much better if it was a little longer and explored some ideas a little deeper. But they must have been rushed for time or just decided to cut it. And it is what it is now. And of course, the Peaches song.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah! Oh, yeah!
An absolute monument to society. But yeah, overall, this is a fantastic movie. I suggest everyone go and watch it, especially if you know about Mario and you played Mario as a kid. Definitely watch it. You will enjoy it. It is a fun movie and something to watch with friends that you can just forget about everything for a while. 4-star movie, major W.
Our big adventure begins now! Ah! Get it off, get it off, get it off!
And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a really good month for Evaniel and watching movies. I watched a lot more movies this month than I had the last couple months, and I've been getting back into that stride of watching a ton of movies and enjoying watching movies again. It's not that I necessarily didn't enjoy it, it's just that I got so busy and didn't have enough time, and now I've been making more time to watch movies and getting back into that swing of, man, I just love movies. But yeah, the next time you'll see me, I will be back home, so this dorm, everything gone, and it'll be great. You'll see my room again, and that'll be all sorts of fun. I appreciate you all being here, I appreciate you all subscribing, and I will see you all again in May. So until then, peace out, everybody. Have a good one. Yes, do stuff. Watch movies. Watch all of the movies I said. Watch them. I just voice crack, bam.
Great Godfrey, a woman!